Hey there, my name's Alex and today we're going to go over some gym exercises that are great for swimmers. The main focus of these movements is going to be on your legs, and they'll be great for working your starts, your turns, and those underwater dolphin kicks. So firstly, you'll have me demo each exercise nice and quick, and then we're going to revisit each one and I'll go into further detail. So with that, let's hop right into it. To kick it off, our first move is going to be the box jump, and we're doing them in 3 different variations. First is the pistol, single leg, which is great for a warm-up. Second is from a seated position down as low as you can go. And third is from a standstill using no momentum other than a swing. Second up, we have the squat thruster. So you want to come over to a squat rack, grab a barbell, and it's pretty much a front rack position squat combined with an overhead shoulder press. Third is my favorite reactive series. It goes box jump, reactive box jump, overhead medicine ball throw, sprint to go catch it, and finish with another overhead medicine ball throw. Whoopah! Fourth up is the stepper series. So you want to step onto the box, reverse it with a feather touch back to the ground, and then come back with the opposite foot and reset for the next rep. Number 5 is the Nordic combo. The first move is the Nordic curl, which is pretty much a trust fall with your hamstrings. And the second move is a Nordic reverse curl, which is a trust lean back with your quads. The sixth and last combo here is for the abs. It begins with a basic rollout, either from the feet or from the knees, and it finishes off with a plank position and a flutter kick on top of a medicine ball. Alright, now that you guys got a demo of each one, let's go back and revisit in further detail. Up first is the box jump, because no matter your discipline, every single time you start a race, you're going to be jumping off of the block or jumping off of the wall in terms of backstroke. On top of that, every single time you do a flip turn, you jump off of the wall into your underwaters. These single leg jumps are a great warm-up and a great way to improve your jumping efficiency. When you limit the power output of your legs, you have to focus a lot more on stability, and you have to engage a lot more of your upper body through the hips, core, and arms in order to drive your momentum upwards and achieve that jump. A couple notes on form here: make sure you're keeping your back straight throughout the movement. You want to set up in a narrow lunge position with your back knee on the ground and all of the weight in your front heel. This will keep the back leg nice and light so that when you're ready to explode, you can drive it upwards and start carrying that momentum up through the body and onto the box. After those pistols, we're going to put both legs together from a seated box jump position. This one is meant to simulate a start off of the blocks where you don't have any momentum to work with and you have to generate all that power from a crunched up, still position. Grab something to sit on that puts you in the bottom range of motion in your squat, and prime yourself by slightly leaning forward and keeping the majority of your weight spread between the balls of your feet and your heels. When you're ready, explode with your entire body at once, especially your arms, your hips, and your legs. The third evolution of this one is the full standstill jump, which encourages you to recruit as much speed from your body as possible. You want to start in a full overhead extension, come down to your intuitive jumping position, and drive everything upwards and forward with as much speed as you can. The squat thruster is a compound movement with a lot of focuses that are great for swimmers. Firstly, you're building strength in the legs from the squat. Secondly, you're building strength and stability in the shoulders from the overhead press. And third, it engages the core both statically and dynamically in order to bring together those first 2 focuses in one synchronized and fluid movement. In terms of form, you're going for a healthy deep squat with the straight back and the majority of your weight pressing through the heels. When you're coming up, keep the elbows high in that front rack position and carry the momentum of the bar upwards until you're in a fully extended overhead press. The focus of this series is to work on changing directions and accelerating out of them. It's another great approach to working on your starts and your flip turns. Taking a closer look, you'll see we start with the box jump much like a start off the blocks. Then you have this reactive jump where your feet touch the ground super fast and explode much like coming off the wall in a flip turn. Then this overhead throw, which is very much like a backstroke start, huge hip extension, back extension, and then a sprint to get the ball. You're swimming as fast as you can. It's difficult for me to give advice on form with this one because there's just so many moving parts. My advice is to start off with a low box and a light medicine ball. Take each step broken down by itself and do it slowly at first. As you become comfortable with doing each part well, then go ahead and chain them together and start incorporating the speed. The stepper series builds power and control in the legs over a full range of motion, and much like the squat thruster, it uses the core to coordinate everything from the upper to the lower body. If you're doing multiple reps, this is also a great core exercise and great for building endurance. In terms of form, make sure you keep your back straight and healthy through the entire range of motion. When you're starting from the ground, press all your weight into the grounded foot until your leading foot gets on top of the box. And once you're up there, make sure that your box foot carries all of the weight. That's especially important during the feather touchdown, Imagine you had a scale on the ground and you just wanted to tap it so that it reads no more than 5 to 10 pounds before returning on top of the box. All in all, this is a great exercise to get the most out of your starts, your turns, and your kicks. These two Nordic moves are powerhouses of bodyweight movements, and that's because they create a high amount of stress and keep increasing it as you get deeper into your range of motion. It's great for building strength and the extent of your flexibility. For the curls, you'll want to pin your heels under something that won't budge and get something soft underneath your knees. In terms of form, make sure to keep a straight line from your knees through your hips and shoulders and to your head. If you're not too strong at these like myself, it's a great idea to grab an elastic band. That way you get some extra support, especially as you get deeper into the movement. All you need for the extensions is a comfortable floor. Sit with your shoelaces flat and your knees touching the ground. You want to keep a straight line from your knees through the hips to the shoulders and lean back as far as your body allows you. Once you get to that sticking point, try to hold it for just a second and then fire forward with your quads. Try sending your shoelaces into the ground, and that'll drive your body upwards back to a straight line. While it's not directly related to swimming, these two moves are the most bang you can get for your buck when it comes to moving your body well with strength and flexibility. And for that reason, every athlete should practice it regularly. Most of the time when we're training on land, we do movements from a standing up position because that's how humans naturally move on the ground. However, when we swim, everything we do is from a horizontal position. So this combination of ab exercises is designed specifically to work on that. So these rollouts are pretty much an extreme intensity version of holding a fully extended body line in the water. You can go ahead and do them from your feet or from your knees as an easier alternative. Two things you want to keep in mind is to keep your back straight through the entire motion, and second, to make sure you're moving your hips and your shoulder joints together. So you guys already know what this one is working on. Make sure to keep your elbows locked out and try to flutter cake as small and fast as you possibly can. Keep the core tight and keep the hips high. So there you guys go. Those are the 6 exercises that I have for you today. If there's anything that I didn't explain enough, please go ahead and leave a comment below. You have me happy to answer it for you. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Do all those YouTube things like the thumbs up and the subscribe, and we'll see each other in the next video.